So this is the first day waking up in the morning back at home. I found out last night that the MR, the something regurgitation, the MR, that's a mild MR which I have with my heart is very common. Apparently if you pick 70 people at random, 100 people at random, 70 people will have it. I may have had it for years and not realised it, I guess. I may have had it. Or I may not. I may have developed. I don't know. Either way, it is what it is. As I said in previous videos, this body is not designed to last. So if we're too identified with it, it's bound to cause suffering. If we identify with this body as ours, we know this, I know this, but still identify with it because I suppose it's maybe it's fun. Maybe it's fun saying this is mine, blah blah blah. I know what happiness is. I know what it is. It doesn't last. But it's it's more simple than I once thought. It's working out the things that work. Like for me, in the morning, lemon water, sipping it slowly works. And at least it's moments of calm, you know. Moments of it. Like things for years, there were things that I didn't want to accept. The real me, this man talking right now, I just wanted to bury him. Almost did. Like, I hated myself so much. I get into Buddhism now, I realise that there is no self to hate to begin with. It's just, but conceptually speaking, concepts maybe can be useful if I don't get lost in them. Trouble is when I get lost in an inner dialogue, of what, like, I would imagine myself saying to someone that I'm angry at, looking for a way to blame them for my mental and physical health problems, but it doesn't help. They're just human beings doing whatever they know how to do. A lot of the time it's not skillful. It's how the world runs, in a sense, is people responding to people's unskillful actions with more unskillfulness, and this is why the cycle of hate and anger and revenge never ends. It just goes on and on. I think we can escape it as human beings if we do it as an individual level first. That's me being weighed down by a sense of being overly responsible. I'm not responsible for the way the world is. I can't take the problems on my shoulders. I can't take family problems on my shoulders, which is what keeps happening. I seem to destroy my own life out of guilt with this underlying belief that I don't deserve it. But I do deserve it. I do deserve this life that I'm living now. In this moment, this is what I deserve. The good and the bad within it, the pain and the pleasure within it. This is what I deserve, because that's what the Buddha taught. We get exactly what we deserve. We just can't always see it. Maybe that in itself can be a negative way of looking at things according to the way therapists speak. I don't know. What I've realized in this life is most things tend to just happen by themselves. The more we run after things, the more they don't happen. Good things just rest peacefully on your shoulder like a butterfly. Happiness, you never get it by trying to find it. It just sits gently on you when you're not trying to find it. The moment you try and cling to it, the moment it goes. It's a nice feeling. The feeling's associated with joy and happiness. It's like a relaxation, a tingling. It provides relief. When I feel it sometimes, I want to cling to it. And then it's gone. Just like now. I just tried to hold on to that feeling. I just imagined wishing it would stay. And then it goes. And then there's the anger that it's gone, and there's the associated feelings with that anger. I just take a burden on myself to fix my family. Well, that's the problem, is calling it my family. It's not my family, it never was my family. For whatever reason, I was born into it. But it's not mine, isn't in the sense, not saying it's not mine as in, I don't mean that in a nasty way or anything, like, oh, I'm ashamed. Well, in some ways, maybe I am, because it's just like, for family just not be able to just get on with each other. And it's like, I'm in my own house and yet I'm never emotionally separated. I suppose it's because I'm not living with my wife and kids, so I haven't got the replacement, that doesn't seem like the way of putting it, but the new focus. Actually my family, my wife and kids, not the family that I was born into that is so messed up that so much animosity between people that's just so unnecessary. You know? I tried. I asked for forgiveness. I was willing to let it all go. Was willing to let it all go. But I can't let it all go just to let it all happen again. just get caught sometimes in just negative thought patterns, just like, you know, life isn't the way I want it, blah blah blah. But I spent my whole life trying to get it the way I want it. But what's the point? Looking back, it would have just been easier just to accept it as it was and not try and change anything. Every time I tried to change things, I just made things worse. That's all I ever did. The change was just based on a reaction. Something to prove, so trying to be someone. I'm so tired of it all. I'm so tired of life. I'm tired of going back and forth my whole life. I can't deal with it anymore. I get myself caught up like this. It's like when this happens, it's like the world just, my reality just shrinks. Smaller and smaller, gets more contracted, more contracted, more contracted. Maybe this is these things I just want to bury. I can't bury it. I can't bury it. I can't bury it. Just it's like needing people at the end of the day, needing people to be anything other than they are. Just causes stress and suffering. Wanting people to be anything different, wanting to change anything. It just causes suffering. Wanting anything causes suffering. So it's a complete change of perspective, you can say. It becomes on us, you know. There's a battle within me all the time between the belief in karma And then the anger about how I've been treated in life, particularly by my family. And there's a battle between that. One hand feeling like it's totally unfair and there is no justice. And sometimes people just have a family that treats them fairly and they're able to have a long, happy life. And then some people are abused and traumatized and their life is constant suffering. But at the same time, do we not shape this reality? I just don't know. When I felt I was going to die, at one point I just accepted it. Really felt like it was the end. I felt so awful. I suppose the anxiety was causing my body maybe to mimic what actually happens during death. It so felt like that. Just the whole body was freezing. And I just felt just awful. Everything is a blur. Sometimes I'm even afraid of being healthy, afraid of getting better, because I'm afraid that people are just going to trash it again. What's the point of just... I'm gonna trash it. I'm gonna trash my own life. Alone with my own thoughts all the time. God. I ain't really like this. God. I want to get better for my kids. I want to get better for my kids. I just don't know, they're just reacting to the... Oh.